Guys, hey guys, I just wanted to record my daily makeup, mostly because it'd be nice to have for future reference if I really do lose it that much with pregnancy hormones, but also because I've had a lot of people ask me how I do my makeup. Is it, how easy is it? How do you do wing liner? And I am definitely one of those people that struggle doing wing liner. And it took me a very long time to figure it out, but it's a lot easier than what it seems, and it's a lot harder than what it seems in some ways. It just basically practice makes perfect. Boy. Now, let's just hope that Chris doesn't call me while I'm recording this. So, I already have lotion all over my face. And I'm going to use my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. And my Beauty Blender. And let's see. Start on my forehead, and I'm just gonna do tuck through because I do not know how to edit yet, but basically I just blend it all out, and I have learned that patting is the best way to go instead of smearing it, because I used to do that and then I looked not exactly cakey, you could tell sometimes that I was wearing makeup because you could see a smear. So, and I just apply it directly to the sponge as I go, so I'm not using too much product at a time. And I try to make it go as long as possible. And getting textured. There you go. There. And then under eyes, I apply this all over my face. If anyone's wondering why it's so quiet in my house, it's because Tony is down for a nap. Thank goodness, because he needed it. He was a little cranky at the store when we were picking up some things for Christmas. And some diapers. Actually, he was good when we were in the Dollar General. Yes, I apply this on my eyelids even, just to have an even coat. Like I said, I really don't like to tug, especially in the eye area, because that can create wrinkles and under eye marks, and I already have dark circles under my eyes just being Sicilian. I got them naturally. They're more oily under here, and then I tend to be dry on my nose and my forehead for some reason. Usually your T-zone, just right here, is more oily, but mine tends to be dry in the winter and oily in the summer. I don't know if that's pretty common for most people, but it's my issue. And then my cheeks are just, I don't really have issues with my cheeks. Every once in a while I'll get a pimple from like my hair hanging down in my face too much, or from touching my face too much, or someone else, like my son's touching my face too much. But most of the time, don't have issues with it, thank God. But my eyelash is curling into my eye. And this part is one I wish I could fast forward. Hopefully it won't wake Tony up talking. So I did not leave on his TV because we walked in the door from the grocery store. He was already passed out in the car, so I didn't bother turning on the TV because I didn't want that being the thing that will come up. But yes, I make a lot of weird faces while putting on my makeup. I have a lot of young girls ask me how I do my makeup, and I think this is a good way for, you know, the younger girls to get into makeup because it's really simple and it's not overdoing it. And these days, a lot of girls are starting at a younger age putting on makeup, and I don't think a little girl should look like she has makeup on unless it's eye makeup, a little bit of eye makeup. And my sister is about to turn 9, and I just really would prefer her to not be wearing makeup to school, but you know, for as long as possible, just because, you know, I'd like her to stay as young as possible. I miss my childhood most of the time. Although I love being a mommy, I really do miss that innocence of it, getting excited about the small things. And I really hope that my little sister doesn't try to grow up, although she's quite mature for her age. I hope that she doesn't try to grow up too fast, and some people think that I try to, you know, push that, but she asks questions, and being her big sister, I answer her. I don't really like to hide a lot from her, and some people dislike that, and, you know, my mother's realized that there's certain conversations she would rather me have with my sister because, you know, it's more of a sister's place. My mom learned a lot from her older sister, and I'd like my sister to learn those things from me as well. Around my eyes, I usually like to use the tip right here, more pointy end, and the bigger round end here I use for like the rest of my face, but the pointy part I use for my eye area. It goes smears, well, I don't smear anymore, but I blot, and around my nose because it can get into the creases a lot easier, and then around my lips I try to get it there because it's a little more precise for blending. But next I have, it's kind of faded, but it's also Maybelline, by Maybelline. Love Maybelline products, and it's the dark circles eraser under eye for my under eyes, but it's also kind of a highlighter. It's a concealer, but I use it as a highlight because it's a little bit lighter than my foundation, my regular skin tone. I usually put it only in my under eyes. Every once in a while I'll do it right here a little bit, and like sometimes right here if I'm dark, or a little pink, like right in my cupid's bow, or right on my chin if I'm a little pink there. But today I'm not. It's pretty moist air out today. It's raining, well, drizzling. That's why I am doing this on my bed, because the natural light at the window is not exactly the best lighting, so I have to use the strip lighting, or whatever the hell it's called, in the living room. So I create a triangle under my eye, and I fill that in, still blotting with this just to get the product onto my face. And it's gonna look a little weird. Well, you can't really tell on the camera because I just basically look like a ghost right now, but you can make a triangle here. Oh, you can sort of tell here, and I drag it up to this corner of my eye because, like I said, I get dark circles under my eyes, but I also am kind of dark on my lids. That's why I put my foundation on my lids. And this is really going to be a long video. Alright, try to rush this a little more. And so I try to bring it up to this corner and into this corner a little bit. And I slightly swipe it under my eye because I do not want to push too hard on my eyeball, because that hurts. Learned that the hard way. but I get it across my cheekbone so the product does not want to come out. It's one of those twist things. There we go. Alright. Not on my nose. Contour. I really don't know much about contouring, but this I can do. It's one of the simplest ways to contour, to lighten up. And if you want to lighten up a little bit, like right across here, across the top of your cheekbone, I don't have a highlight. I drag it across there as well sometimes. Sometimes I really don't pay attention. And then I just swipe this one, blend it out. Yes, I don't blot right here that much, because I don't want that line very visible, because then I would look ridiculous with a white streak down my nose. A light pinkish white. Blotching to blend it out, and then blot this in to blend that out. And because I still have foundation on my Beauty Blender sponge, I am basically using whatever is left over to blend in that concealer. So it's not as obvious that I'm wearing concealer. Really don't want it to be obvious in any way. I'm wearing any makeup, foundation, or concealer for that matter. And yeah, I do have some, you can't even tell, but I have some leftover eyeliner from last night because I don't like to tug on my eyes when taking off my makeup. Excuse me. And so, yeah, I have some black eyeliner left there, so that's going to make my job a little bit easier today, applying my liner. But I have leftover on my lid right here because my mom's always yelled at me, do not tug on your eyelids or your under eyes as much as possible because it can create darker circles. Alright, so. And because I got the right foundation, I don't have to blend it out onto my neck because my foundation, I swear by this stuff. It's a CoverGirl Stay Fabulous. Oh, I thought this was Maybelline. It's my eyeliner. That's Maybelline. Ha ha ha. Alright, my CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1 Stay Fabulous. It's a foundation and SPF sunscreen, and it's a concealer all in one. This stuff is amazing, and I have the classic ivory. It's my color, the 810. It's my exact skin tone, so I don't have to blend it out on my neck. A lot of people do. I'm breaking out there, but I don't want that to heal. Alright, after that, I am going to do, oh my gosh, 13 minutes already. I am going to use my kabuki brush, very soft bristles, for my, and I have the hard candy. It's kind of like a shimmery powder to set my foundation, just so it won't smear off or anything. And oh yeah, luminizing in the 288 luminizing. So it has a little bit of a glimmer, but you can't really tell that often. So I just cover my whole face with this, even my eyes. And excuse me for not looking at the camera. Kind of not. Just make sure I have full coverage. Blend it out. Alright. And then I have my wonderful little set here I got on Amazon. I got a pink set, and then I have these extra brushes two brush set, but I use my brush. It's a Coastal Sets is the brand. And it's so fluffy. I love this thing for my blush brush. And I use a Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink blush. I just got this not too long ago, and because mine was my last blush I had, because I never used blush for the longest time, was probably from when I was 12-ish. One of those years I got it for Christmas from my parents, and that's when I got, actually I still have it, a couple of my brushes from that set is that year I got like an eye brushes and blush brush and foundation brush and whatnot, and this little purple container to hold all the brushes from my mother and father. And though my dad hated makeup, so I'm guessing mom picked that one out, but Dad will always be like, that's for in the house and only in the house. Very overprotective, like Dad should be. Kind of my mentality at this point too. Makeup is for young girls in the house, not out of the house. Unless it's the birthday girl, then the birthday girl gets to, get a little bit of, maybe a little bit of blush or a little bit of shimmery eyeshadow or something. Which, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get to. So I usually blend it out with my hands, but I've been trying to blend it my blush out with my kabuki brush, just because I have a little left over. What's this called? My luminizing powder. It's basically like a light skin color, just to blend it out, because I don't want it to be harsh, a harsh line of pink, even though you can't really tell in this lighting because my lighting sucks. But anyone that sees me on a regular basis, this is basically for you. Anyone that was asking about how I do my makeup, shall I say. I am stumbling on my words today. So then I have the Color Tattoo 24-hour metal packaging, and this is, focus on, let's see, my camera focuses on that not really that well, but I swear by these because they are the best cream shadows ever. I'm not huge on cream shadows because they usually crease really badly. This does not crease, and I just put this all over my lid, all the way up to my brow. This one is the, what color is this? The Barely Branded 70, Barely Branded. It's just like a white shimmery color. It blends in quite well, and I just blend it in with my finger. A lot of people yell at me for using my finger. I use my finger, but sometimes, when I want to take my time, I use one of my brushes, my concealer brush, and here, it's just a flat, thin brush, which I don't use for my concealer because it tugs, doesn't blend as well. So yeah, I get all the way in the corner of my eye and all the way up to the eyebrow and out to the corner of my eyebrow, all over the lid with this stuff. It's a good base. I put this underneath most of my eyeshadows. I also have a like a coppery color. I don't remember the name of it. I'm totally spacing on that name, but it's a good bronzy copper color to put underneath my natural toned eyeshadows. But with everything else, I use this stuff, which is magical in a way. So most days I don't set this with powder, just because I'm in a rush and This usually does not take me 20 minutes. It's already 20 minutes now. It doesn't take me anywhere near 20 minutes, but I'm explaining everything and I'm not sitting at my desk, so vanity thing. It's taking me even longer. So, oh yeah, I have this is my Master Kajal black eyeliner. It's like a gel liner. It looks like a giant crayon basically, and I just put this on my lash line, upper lash line. Sometimes I put it underneath if I don't know, if I'm feeling, I don't know, a little more risque, I guess you want to call it. And I'm just gonna fill in my lash line a little bit. And I will not do my inner waterline, upper waterline, because I don't want to freak y'all out with that. But sometimes I'll do my waterline. Sometimes I'll do my lower waterline. Actually, I've been doing that a lot lately since Halloween, just because, I don't know, I have really big eyes, and a lot of people are like, your eyes are scary sometimes. And so it makes my eyes look a little bit thinner. A lot of people don't want that for their eyes, but I think it looks a little sleek, sometimes sexy. Not really necessary for the younger girls, and not necessary for an everyday look. This is just nice and simple, a little bit darker line than I usually do, but whatever. Hey, you can actually see it on the camera now. So yeah, I just get the upper lash line just all the way to from the inner corner to the outer corner, and I stop right there. Now, this is a really good simple look right here. You could stop here or just apply a little bit of mascara, or you can do the wing liner if you're feeling brave. So I use the e.l.f. little triangle liquid liner. See if I can focus on that. e.l.f. Yeah. So I love this stuff. I swear by it. It's one of the best, easiest ways, I think. I tried a foam tip pen type thing from I don't even know what brand, and it did not work for me at all. So basically what I do is I start sort of like more toward in the middle of my eye, but a little bit more in, and I bring it towards the outer corner. And then best bet is to look down. I'm looking down into my Hello Kitty mirror because I'm awesome and I have a Hello Kitty mirror. And oh, there we go. And the best thing to do is look down in the mirror. I just heard that advice on a video I watched the other day on YouTube. And then I slowly go into the inner corner. And it's slow strokes, small strokes. Just take your time. Be patient. A lot of people aren't patient. It takes a lot less time the better you get at. So when you have, 20 minutes to screw around with this, your eyeliner, do it. That's when to practice. Right, so now I'm just going to take, I angle it this way, and I'm just going to create a small stem out here, connecting it to, angling it from the corner of my eyebrow, but lower, obviously, and drag it down to the corner of my eyelid, just a little bit, and then I'm going to drag it out to my lid, to the corner of that. Like I said, not perfect, still trying to get the hang of the smaller wing. See, that's a smaller wing than I usually do, but I'm finally figured out what works for me. A lot of people, like, in their 20s, teens and 20s, they like a little bit of a more drawn out wing liner, upper 20s, 30s plus. Like my mother, you know, she's like, oh, you know, you're getting good at that. She's asked about my wing liner. She has smaller eyes. She would probably want to do a smaller winged eyeliner, just to accent her eyes so she doesn't like look like she's overdoing it, because with smaller eyes, the almond shaped eye, it would look probably pretty wild on her. And oh, I support my hand. The best thing, I support my pinky finger on my nose just to get a little bit of support. When I do this in my bathroom, I have like a little rest on the bottom of our mirror, and I rest my elbow on that so I get a steady hand. A lot of people do it a lot of different ways, but you want to keep your eye open. That's one of the best tips I can give you. If you close your eye, you're probably going to get this in your eye. So if you can't keep your eye open while putting on eyeliner, you're gonna have to get over that if you want to do this, because it's really, really difficult to do this without getting it in your eye with your eye closed completely. Now, I look down and drag it to the corner, and that's a little more drastic than I usually like. Straight line from the corner and pull in. And of course that's thicker, so I'm going to have to even the other side up, because now the other tip I can give you is use tape. Tape from the bottom corner of your eyes up towards the outer tip of your eyebrow, and if you tape that and you even the tape out, so then you could just drag your wing liner across the tape. Awesome idea. If you do that before you put on your eyeshadow as well, then your eyeshadow will also create a wing. Winged and more precise look. And I think I ran out of... There we go. Alright, so that's pretty even. This one's a little more rounded off than this one, but whatever. This is me not caring. My not caring face. I usually say it a little bit differently, but you know. Smaller ears, younger ears do not need to hear that. So then I just curl my eyelashes. I always curl afterwards. Be careful to make sure your liquid eyeliner is dry before doing this. Otherwise, you're going to, when you put this on, you're going to take all that liquid eyeliner off, or most of it. And it's going to scrape up, and it's going to be a horrible mess because it's just messy. And you can use a Q-tip to clean up the line if you do have like sporadic little spots or freckles, whatever you want to call them, the fallout from the liquid eyeliner. If you do get this on your liquid eyeliner, then you can wipe it away with a Q-tip. I suggest waiting till the rest of your eyeliner is liquid eyeliner is dry. Just curl these quickly. Oh my gosh, it's 30 minutes. Alright. No one's going to follow this to the end. But, or y'all can skip through to the point where you want it. And, oh, what just happened? Well, that bites. I don't even know what just happened. I don't know. But my mascara just totally screwed up. Alright, so this is the Miss Manga Rock Voluminous Waterproof Mascara. I love this. It makes my eyelashes look a little bit more, less webby, like spider webby. But this stuff, if I can get it twisted correctly here, is a lifesaver. It's a black and gold bottle, and I got a, there we go. Black and gold bottle, and Miss Manga, love it. This is a rock one. Why does it look so weird still? Whatever. Alright, so I do my bottom lashes first. A lot of people go in like this, and I do that sometimes, just to, you know, get whatever eyelashes are being stubborn and don't want to work with going this way, horizontally to it, or parallel to it, whatever you want to call it. And your best bet is just to go straight across and pull down. And then you do your upright lashes. Sorry, bad lighting in my apartment. So right, the boyfriend takes an offense to that when I say bad lighting. I just mean bad lighting to do your makeup or to take a good picture. Like if I'm using my iPhone camera, heck yes, this is a perfect spot to take the shot. And hey, my face looks like pristine right now, but it's not. I'm breaking out because of hormones from pregnancy. But hey, you know, whatever. A lot of people are liking these talk through videos, and on YouTube lately you get to know the YouTuber a little bit better, but mine's more of a tutorial, and I'm probably going to fail epically in comparison to most YouTubers, but hey, this is my first makeup tutorial, so I don't care. Alright, so I'm just failing because I screwed up my brush a little bit when I hold this top piece just like popped out for some reason. It was attached over here. I don't know. Over here on the brush. So I had to like push it back on. I don't know. That was really weird. So let's see if I can. And make sure you don't. Oh, there we go. It's back into place. Yay! Alright. Make sure you don't like pump your mascara because you'll be pushing air into it, and then you will have your mascara dry out faster, and it could get bacteria in there. So you want to be careful. Oh, and I realized you put like a drop of water, like literally a drop of water into your mascara because you don't want it to thin out too much. But if you're getting like clumpy mascara, or it's drying out and clumping, if it dries out it's obviously gonna clump, then you can put a drop of water in there. It'll thin it out a little bit, and you can swirl your wand in there, and then it should thin out enough that you can use it. You're supposed to throw away your mascara after like 3 months, and at that point your mascara is going to be pretty dry anyway. That's basically why, because the product, they say that because the product gets so dried out because of all the times of opening and closing and opening and closing, and you want it to be moist in there. So I'm just failing right here. Under eye. Like I said, bad lighting for makeup, so my under eyes I'm failing with. Alright, so That's basically all you do. Oh yeah, so you swirl it like this. Like twist the brush. It's pretty basic. Pretty simple, I mean. Basic, simple, you know what I mean. Yeah, so this is basically all I do for my basic look, basic wing liner. You don't have to do, if you have, if you don't want a little bit of color, like I do the hard candy, totally spacing, liquid shadow or gel shadow, whatever you want to call it. If you don't want to put that on, you don't have to put that on. You can just do it foundation or concealer on your lids and then put on your wing liner. That's even more simple. But if you want to go, let's on the go type of look, you can do it in the car type of deal. I'm not saying I'm not saying to put on your makeup while you're driving, but in the car, yes. While Chris is driving, I put on my makeup and I'll put on the tattoo, 24-hour tattoo, gel eyeshadow, and just rub it on my eye and put on some mascara, and you're good to go. It's one of the quickest things to do. Yes, I've mastered the whole doing my eyeliner while he's driving as well. That must have looked funny. Hello, I have a Hello Kitty face. But, that's just me. So if you're a beginner, I don't suggest doing that because, you know, pointy things by your eye while someone's driving, it's not exactly the safest thing. But, yeah. I wonder how many people open their mouths while they're putting on their mascara or their eyeliner. Like, is that a really common thing for everyone? Because I totally do it. Alright, so you can't tell with the winged eyeliner because it's thicker on my lid, but my mascara is done, so you can see my lashes now. They're pretty sparse before. So this is my full face. I usually put on chapstick, my Nivea chapstick, if anyone is wondering what chapstick I use. And that is all. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and Christmas is coming, so I'm wearing red and I've got green pillowcase on my body pillow back there. And my wall's green as well, but that's always like that. So if anyone has any other questions for me for makeup, wants me to do another tutorial, just let me know. I've had a lot of family members ask me how I do my eyeshadow and whatnot, so I'll probably attempt to do one of those, but hopefully I can get it under 30 minutes, because I'm at 38 minutes now. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye guys.